Hello, and in this video I want to use some of our current understanding within science to help you see this reality as a hologram. Now first, what is a hologram?
Three-dimensional image formed by the interference of light beams from a laser or other coherent light source.
But basically, my interpretation of what a hologram is, it is the conditioning of light into form based off of the input of data. In our world, it is information. What are the different forms of our information, right? Education, movies, stories, video games, stories, and media, the authoritative sharing of specific information, right? What's going on in the world. Keep that in the back of your mind until the end of the video. It will all fit together. So again, the influencing of light into form by way of data, information. Now, what is our current understanding of reality, right? Number one, it's atomic. So it's all just these trillions, billions, googleplexes of little balls of energy, of which these balls of energy are only 99.99999% empty space, meaning it's actually very little matter, meaning it's basically an ocean of light that we are swimming within. First point, right? That's point number one, this basic premise. Number two, the observer effect, right? It was these studies done that basically showed that reality does not solidify into something observable until there's an observer to observe it. Without the observer, they are just waves of frequencies, waves of potential, until an observer is introduced and thus solidifies those potential into some kind of experience. So how do we fit this into the definition of a hologram, right? So again, hologram, the molding of light into form by way of data. So we're swimming within an ocean of light, energy. The observer effect molds that light into form once observed. Now the missing crux is, what is the translator? What is the index to manifest a specific reality, right? What is the specific data? And as I mentioned before, education, right? What we understand, what we know, what we've been taught, and all the different forms of media, right? The sharing of what's going on in the world based off a specific narrative. You can see can be heavily manipulated, of which also education is manipulated. Right? This ties into one of the videos I've done before, a card linking to it above, talking about how the hologram was hijacked based off of these understandings, knowing how it functions. Some group of people could easily hijack it. So what's the point? So I say a lot that reality is the solidification of imagination or a solidified dream. Right? It is what we make it to be. It's not solid. It's very malleable, right? An ocean of energy that solidifies by an observer based off of what they understand about reality, right? The story we tell ourselves. Change the story, change the world. Now this brings us to my final point of the 100th monkey experiment. Now, I don't know the years and dates, you can look that up, 100th monkey experiment, but basically it was scientists that gave monkeys on an island an idea of how to wash the fruit before they eat them. I don't remember if it was a mango or a coconut or what have you, but they taught a couple of them how to wash the fruit before they eat them. As they start sharing this knowledge amongst themselves, more monkeys start knowing how to do this. But the magical part was that at some point in time, when there was enough monkeys on that one island knowing how to do this, monkeys on other islands magically picked it up, almost as if it reached an influx point or a tipping point, where there was enough of one species that knew and understood a thing that it only needs a majority until everybody, all of those monkeys, understood how to do that thing. So again, this is why I keep repeating myself in my videos, sharing the same thing from different points of view and different perspectives to try to get differing individuals to ponder these things, hopefully coming to their own understanding, because we are monkeys, right? At some point in time, humanity will reach a specific understanding of how reality functions, that it's an ocean of light, atoms, the atomic nature of reality is an ocean of light, ocean of energy that solidifies by conscious observation, showing whatever the story that that observer is telling themselves about that ocean of light. As more people come to understand this concept, at some point, everybody will automatically understand this concept, that we can control the story. We can change the story. We just have to get out of the conditioning, the mental programming that we've been put under by way of education, history, media, all these influences that are molding a specific story. And as we understand that, we can actually create a whole new story, thus creating a completely different reality. Yeah? And that's why I keep repeating myself. That's why I keep making these videos, in hopes that I am aiding somebody to understand this, and that they aid somebody. And at some point, we can reach that tipping point to where everybody understands it, and we can get out of this story that we've been stuck under, this illusion, this hijacking of consciousness, and actually come to free ourselves. And with that, thank you for listening, and adios.